What's up? This is Patrick of Radicards.com, and in this video we're going to review my experience at the October 28th through 31st, 2021 Dallas Card Show. We're just going to dive right in here. So Saturday morning, after a couple of company pitches to some prospects at the show, I lost my voice. So the rest of Saturday, all of Sunday, I was gone. So I didn't actually record any in-event content. I just didn't. My voice just wasn't having it. So I didn't do any of that. So this is it right here, what you're watching. We're going to talk about some bargain bin finds. I dug around a lot of the show. I worked really hard because I wasn't doing content. I just really was very thorough with serpentining and making sure I caught everything I needed to. And I found some really great stuff in some bargain bins. So highlights include, the first thing was a 40 cents for this card. Matt Harvey 2012 Topps Update Gold Sparkle, which, was a big card in 2012 and probably 2013, because Matt Harvey was like a huge pitcher for a while. He made the front cover of Sports Illustrated. They called him the Dark Knight. So it was just such a cool time to be in the hobby. And I remember his stuff on display back then in showcases. Now his stuff just goes unsold in the cheap bargain bins. But I was able to pick that card up. I always liked that card. It's a beautiful design. I think Topps did a great job on that set. Next one, I was digging through some 10-cent bins and found these next two cards. Steven Strasburg 2017 Topps Fire Magenta Parallel number /25. That was in the 10-cent bin, which is just amazing. I remember when Topps Fire came out, I was really kind of floored by the design. It was such a cool thing. I think Topps did a great job. I never bought any packs of it. I cherry picked a couple Frank Thomases over the years, but never really bought a lot of the product. So what I have is just very minimal. So it was nice to add the Steven Strasburg. The next one, it was 10 cents. This is the highlight. John Smoltz 1997 Circa Rave /150. When I saw the purple text, I flipped it over, and sure enough, it was the Rave parallel. So I added that for 10 cents. Such a great deal, gosh. This other one was $1. Albert Pujols 2003 Fleer Box Score First Edition /150. I thought that was a great card. It's a third-year card for Albert Pujols, a low parallel, low print run. I picked that up. I think the guy had it in a $3 section, but I bought some amount of cards from him, like a stack. I pulled a stack and I offered him like $15 for the stack. He just took it without even looking. So I qualify that card as like a $1 purchase because of the other things in that stack were more valuable. So I was actually really happy to get that card. I like Pujols stuff. I've been cherry picking some of his stuff here and there. I just think he's a great player. Those are my top 4 bargain bin finds. I dug around a lot and got a lot of junk wax and vintage and some modern stuff. So if you want to see really like a spread of everything I got, just click in the link below or scroll down and you can see it. I have images there on the blog to kind of like run you through what I got. I really just kind of collect 4 categories of cards. It's vintage, junk wax, 90s and modern, and graded. That's really it. I don't really deviate. A little bit of basketball and football and some hockey stuff, just a little bit, just a pinch. So I guess it's like the 5th category. I was eager to get up early and be at the show as early as I can at this one. I'm not really a morning person, so it was, let's talk about graded pickups. My key finds. Now, the organizer of the Dallas Card Show has his own grading company, Dallas DCS Grading, Dallas Card Show Grading. I always look at what they have, and there are a lot of different display cases full of them. And I cherry picked a few this time. These are cool. These are both purchased on 2 different days. I came back and got this first one. Saw it and I was like, I'm gonna have to get it. Pedro Martinez 2005 Topps Chrome Black Refractor. This was in a $10 bin for the Dallas Card Show slab stuff. So I grabbed that. I always liked, I saw it and I was like, well, maybe I want to get this, but maybe I don't. Let's put it back. Came back the next day. I was like, actually, it was one of the last purchases on Sunday. I think I saw it on Friday, and I came back on Sunday afternoon and picked it up. And I was surprised it was still available. When I saw these next 2 cards on Friday, I really couldn't believe that I saw one of these cards. I was like, really, for that price? And then I came back the next day and grabbed them. I was surprised it was still there. So we'll talk about the first one. Frank Thomas, 2005 Topps Chrome Black Refractor. So that was like another black refractor, same set as the Pedro. Print run 225. I already have this card, but a slabbed one for $10, like another copy. Of course, I'm going to grab that. It's such a great ad for $10. The further away we are from the set as years pass, I have a hunch that this stuff's going to become more desirable by collectors. So black refractors, they have classic appeal to them, and they're beautiful. They just really are beautiful cards. So pick that up. This other one's a basketball card. This is the one I was really floored by when I saw on Friday. 98.99 Fleer Brilliance Gold, Jason Kidd. So the print run on these are to 99. They had it marked at 70. I got them down to 30. So I paid 30 for this, and I thought it was a great deal. It's right into my collection, right up on the museum in the basketball gallery. I don't normally go after or even bother with other sport bins. I sometimes do, but time is of the essence at these shows, and I unfortunately don't have unlimited amount. I can really only really fit in baseball, like with the time when I'm blasting through the bargain bins and everything else. Sometimes I think about I should go through the other sports too, but it's just a time thing. There's just not enough of it. This last one was acquired for $10, and I probably overpaid it even at 10 because a 4.5 of this card sold for like less than $12 at auction recently. You know, the guy it's a PSA 1, Harvey Quinn, 1954 Topps rookie card. Kind of a cool backstory on Harvey Quinn. I actually had a fellow attendee pull me aside and talk to me about this older guy, and he was like, hey, Harvey Quinn was traded. It was received in a trade for Rocky Calaveto. And so I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know the backstory on that, but kind of I guess the Rocky Calaveto trade on the receiving end was arguably better than the Harvey Quinn receiving end. So kind of an interesting, fun little story there. I was glad to get that little hiccup. Those are my big 4 graded purchases and my big 4 bargain bin purchases. Now, if you want to see everything else, I did it pretty well in junk wax this time. I worked really hard to get what I acquired in the junk wax category. That's typically where I go and focus the most. But I do pretty well in the other category. Vintage, I did really well this time. I picked up a Dennis Eckersley rookie card, Ron Santo rookie card, a 59 Topps Frank Robinson, not a rookie card, it's a third year. But it's an early 50s Frank Robinson. Also picked up an 84 Topps Frank Robinson manager card, a 74 Topps Yogi Berra manager card, and just some classics, some Steve Carlton, Willie McCovey. I picked up a 62 Topps Willie Mays, another one of those. Really hammered condition, but I just kind of set them aside. I like the really beater old stuff. It doesn't have to be high grade for me to like stuff. I just like vintage Hall of Famers, so I go through that stuff a lot. I saw a lot of really nice things at this show. I took a lot of photos. If you want to see all the stuff I took photos of, scroll down and click on the link below and scroll to the bottom of the blog post. I have a gallery there of the interesting things I saw and just took a photo of them. I think you'll find a lot of interesting things in there you'll like. Most of it I didn't buy. There might be 1 or 2 items in there that I actually have purchased, but most of it's just like, I'm never going to own that. It's $22,000 or whatever. But it's just kind of cool to kind of archive them and preserve the images of them. So always a fun time. Dallas Card Show is always a great weekend. So those are my key finds. I hope that you found this video entertaining, educational, fun. Like I said, I drafted pretty good content with the written side of it too. If you want to read details about like how I acquired certain things, where I found them, kind of go into depth, scroll down or click in the link below. Thank you for tuning in to Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Reno. Until next time, enjoy collecting. Oh, hey, how's it going? You know what you should do? You should subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. Thanks.